Well, this is take 3. You didn't know that, but it is take 3. Take 1 was a fluff on my part. Take 2, the battery ran out. Take 3, card might be a little bit full, so I got my fingers crossed. Right, well, the weather's been changeable this morning. It's pretty darn cold. We've even had a flurry of snow, nothing laid, but we have had some snow. And it's the end of February. We do get a bit of snow between now and the end of March, so you just have to be a bit cautious about what you sow and what you plant. You just can't get ahead too quickly here because the temperatures do stay down for a fairly long time. So today's a delivery day and I've got a whole trailer of compost sat outside the gate waiting for me. I won't film it today because you've seen it so many times. But you can see that the compost heaps are sinking. There's a good foot of space on top of those 3 and a bit more on this one. Temperatures still 45 degrees centigrade. And that's, I don't know, 90 odd degrees Fahrenheit. So that's what's causing them to sink. They're cooking nicely. And hopefully if I get this compost in fairly quickly, it'll take me about an hour and a half. I've got some space in there, probably a bit of space in these now. I haven't opened one of these for a few days. It's not moved very much, to be honest. Certainly doesn't get up to the heat that I get in there because you just don't have the volume in these barrels, and therefore they might take a fair old time. I know there's space in that bottom one. The exciting thing is that the mystery addition to the plot is coming over that gap probably after 5-6 o'clock tonight, so might not be able to film it depending on how much light there is, but I'm sure I'll get to show it to you in good time. Danny from Grapevine Garden had a bit of a guess at what it was, and he's so close, thinking that Mrs. K and I were going to have a hot tub delivered into the allotment, but not quite there. Good try, Danny. So things are looking good. If I get done today, I'm going to treat myself and finish my last bag of wood chip, get it down these 2, and that'll look good. Maybe even move that. Probably will have to move that if I'm going to put wood chips in there. And more importantly, just clear out the end of this path of grass and weed growth, tidy it up a bit and put wood chip on top of that. I've had a mole come out of the side of the bank today, but they'll continue to do that. There's no getting away from it, so it might be a bit of wood chip mixed with soil over time. Not too worried about that. Right, yeah, I could talk and talk this morning because it stops me having to move all that compost and manure, but it's got to be done. Rhubarb's looking nice. And what I might do is when I return the trailer, I think I'm going to load up any of the spare blue pipe that I've left on this bit of the plot, and that'll be me out of this area. I'm going to keep the main coil and remove all the pieces, and there's a newly established allotments on my way back with the trailer where I'm going to drop it off because I see that they use those over the tops of their raised beds. Right, okay, manure, here I come. Okay, well that's done. That was a bit of a burn. You can see it's a right old mound on top of these now, but it sort of goes to show that these 4 bays sort of burn away a whole trailer of manure in about 10 days. That will be sunken back down and ready for more, which is incredible really. You just keep topping it up, but 4 seems like a good balance for me, given that I get a fairly big trailer full and it just settles down. So I've not had to go anywhere else. with compost, which is good. Get those covered up and then move on to the next bit. Well, I've got a right old mess down here. Loads of grass growing, which if I'm going to put chippings down here, really isn't a very good idea at all. So I'm going to give it a good clean out, get these pavers up, sort it out, and then I can get some chipping on top of it. Right, onward. Well, that was a tough bit, not too bad, but getting those weeds out was important because they'll come back. We just need to keep on top of them for a good start. So this is the fun bit. I start pushing that wood chip down this path and then on into the other two. Right, let's go. There we go, that's looking good. I could put a little bit more on, but I just want to make sure I got enough for those two paths, and then it would just be about layering anywhere I think it's not quite as deep, which would be good. So onto the last bit of that bag. There's about a third left. Should be fine. There we are. That's a wrap, as they say. That's gone in nicely, and that's the last of the chipping. So I didn't have enough to do that last walkway, but that's fine. I am more than grateful for all the chippings that I've managed to get hold of, and they've had a massive impact on the whole of the plot in terms of how it looks and also how usable it is during winter months, because there won't be any mud. One huge bonus which was planned was that I won't have to be cutting any grass, and that is fantastic news, which gives me loads more time. Yeah, looking good. Grateful to the tree and to the tree surgeon. Well, it's a beautiful day here today, and well, I thought I would show you what came over the fence. I know a lot of you have been waiting to see what I was preparing that area, that route into the allotment for, and here it is. Yes, it's another IBC tank, and well, the gentleman who provides all my manure had this, and he said, did I want it? It's very hard to refuse. I wasn't planning on another tank, but this is a real lightweight one. It's made of like a aluminium cage, and that makes it that much lighter with a pallet bottom versus the traditional sort of galvanized steel ones that I've been using. They're much, much heavier. So I figure I'm going to have that on this side of the shed, and then I can capture water off of the roof of the shed, both left and right, and that'll leave me a fantastic supply of water from at least the winter season, and hopefully will take me well through the summer season. So yeah, I'm delighted with that. Well, that brings me on to saying goodbye, really. I've had this channel going now for just over 3 years. It's been a blast, but every week 2 videos has been a challenge. Some weeks it's been fun, and well, every good journey comes to an end, and this is the end of the Allotments for Fun and Food channel. I want to thank everybody for their support, and there are some people who have commented nearly every episode, and I'm eternally grateful for all the encouragement and comments that you've made. You know who you are. A big thank you to all of you. And well, Mrs. K and I will carry on our allotment adventures. We've downsized, as you're all aware, and we'll be growing and filling our freezer year on year for many years to come. And the reasons for stopping are personal. I won't go into them here, but trust me, I've enjoyed every minute of it, and I hope you have too. So it just leaves me to say farewell to you all and good times.